Welcome to the Bourbon Van. I'm Phil.
I'm Julie. You know what day it is?
It's probably Friday.
5 Sip Friday. Let's start the weekend.
Welcome to 5 Sip Friday, where we taste a mystery whiskey from a Patreon or supporter of the channel. Today's whiskey comes to us from Josh and Lindsey.
Thanks, Josh and Lindsey.
All the way from Tennessee.
I love it.
How about that? And if it's your first time joining us for 5 Sip Friday, we nose the glass, take 5 sips, try to figure out what it is. Could be any type of whiskey. We say whether or not we like it, and then it's revealed what we've been drinking. Mixed results. We've not been doing great the last couple of weeks.
But we started the year off great, and I'm hoping today that I don't say it tastes familiar.
Oh boy, we'll see about that. Let's get right to the nose today.
I was gonna say, it smells familiar.
Does it not?
It totally does, though.
It totally does. There's some fruit, there's some spice, caramel.
It is.
Oh boy.
It is very fruity.
Sweet though, like plummy sweet, like candied plums. I've never had a candied plum, but if there was what did I just do to my
What
hair?
about a candied date?
Hey.
You know, like bacon wrapped dates, delicious.
Oh, I could go for a bacon wrapped date.
But I actually think this is a stone fruit type nose.
Yes.
What do you think?
I don't know. Cheers.
Cheers.
Let's start the weekend.
Ooh, it's hot. Oh, holy smokes. I was not ready for that one.
I took a very big sip on sip one.
I will actually say that this does not taste familiar. I don't know. Woo! That took me by surprise, actually. No flavor notes here because I was a little bit shocked. Quite spicy, though.
White pepper, clove, cinnamon, and a hint of caramel. That's it so far, and a lot of saliva. That's a real dry oak coming through. I just have no idea on sip one. It's super spicy though. I'm gonna rule out scotch on my first sip again. This is the second week in a row I'm ruling out scotch
for sure.
right off the bat.
And knowing they're from Tennessee, I'm instinctively thinking like, let's think Tennessee, but I actually don't think this is a Tennessee one.
I think this is the third or fourth one we've had from Josh and Lindsey, and all of them so far have been from Tennessee, so yeah, it makes me want to go that direction, but this doesn't taste like Tennessee at all to me. Sip two. Huh.
It's interesting, like, it does not taste like bourbon, though I kind of think that it is.
Really? I'm thinking rye again, which I often do when I get a ton of spice.
Yeah.
There's almost like an herbalness happening here.
Yes.
I don't know if that's maybe a white tea or something like that I'm getting, but there's a little bit of a citrus here as well. There's a lot of rye things happening here. I don't know, I'm at a loss right now.
I actually am, when you said white tea, I just took a nose of the glass and I'm getting some willet flavors on there.
I actually agree with that. Sip three?
Let's do it.
Here we go. Here comes some more. Tobacco, white tea on the finish again. That's interesting.
Yeah, I would agree, tobacco. The tea note is interesting. Also a little potpourri-ishness there.
It reminds me a little bit of lemon drop candies.
There's something flowery about this one.
There is a floral thing happening there. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm interested to see what I'm going to think about this after sip 5, though I'm getting pretty low here because when I get confused, I drink healthier sips. I don't know if I actually like this or if I'm just intrigued by it.
I also am on the fence about this one.
Yeah. Sip 4?
Here we go.
Now it's like all floral to me.
Clove is starting to show up here. The spices and the floral and the herbal flavors just are sort of overwhelming at this point. I don't know. What do you think on proof? You have a guess?
Gosh, I haven't even been thinking about it because I've been so in the weeds about whether this is a rye or a bourbon. My heart is telling me that it's a bourbon, even with like the spicy flavors, but the last couple of weeks have been so off. I'm so off, like I keep guessing rye and it's not.
Yeah.
The proof point I don't think is super hot.
I don't think so either.
I would think it hovers around the 100s.
I agree. I think that the spice is deceptive.
Yeah.
I'm leaning heavily toward 100 right now. Again, which has been
I know, it's like your
me.
proof point this season. Let's
sip
finish
5.
this up, yeah.
Here we go, big sip. Honeydew. I got a little honeydew
honey,
on there.
that's actually really great. Like when you said honeydew, I was thinking honey, and that is actually like a sweet flavor that I can kind of pick up in here.
Yeah, there's a little bit of that agave honey thing. It's a little cloying. It's a little much. It's sweet, heavy. This one's so tricky.
I like this for the challenge.
Yes.
Don't know if I would drink it as a pick it off the shelf daily drinker, but I find it very intriguing.
I don't find it as intriguing.
Well, I mean, just because I have no idea what this is. Literally.
I'm with you though. I'm not sold on this one. I'm not in love with this one. I think that it's the type of whiskey that I would hope it's not crazy expensive.
We've been fooled by saying like, and then it ends up being like a 17-year or something because it's like super oaky, which I'm not getting a ton of oak here.
I'm getting a little bit of oak, but not bitterness in any way. Usually with something that's really well aged, you get a hint of bitterness from that oak. Not getting that here. The vanilla is hanging around, but I like the, like you said, honey. What do you think? Proof, distillery, type of whiskey, what have you got?
I'm gonna go bourbon. I think that it's like, I'm gonna steal, because I think it has to be right around 100. I don't think it's super aged. It's not finished.
Okay.
I literally have no idea what this is.
You don't want to even put a distillery out there?
The only thing that I thought about this entire video was that tea note, but it's not the same tea note that Willet has.
Right.
And I don't know who else maybe carries that kind of flavor profile.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's the white tea that's sort of throwing the wrench in the works here.
It's not the tea that you get on Willet. It's just a different flavor.
Yeah. The lemon that we're getting on here, a little bit Willet-ish as well, but yeah, I agree with you. I don't think that's what it is. And I'm going to go with your proof point of 100. I think
really?
I wouldn't go higher or lower on this because a couple of sips, the sweetness made me think it was lower, and a couple of sips, the spice made me think it was higher. So I'm going an even 100 on this one.
Not Tennessee. I'm going not Tennessee on this.
Yeah, I would say, at first I was thinking because of the spice on it that it was MGP, and now because of all the other like sort of cloying sweet flavors on the back end, I don't think it is. I'm going to say it's a Kentucky distillery. Just have to pick one at random. I don't know, maybe like some sort of crazy Russell single barrel or something like that.
Interesting.
I don't know. It strikes me as a rye. It strikes me as 100 proof. It isn't my favorite whiskey. Beyond that, I don't know. So I think it's just time to find out. Yeah. Thank you, Josh and Lindsey, for the sample.
This is a
very confusing.
Stretch our palate.
Yeah. You challenged us, and let's hope it's not some $150 a bottle thing, because that'll be pretty disappointing.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna quit. I'm actually going to quit doing Fast Fridays now. I decided today that this is the end of the channel. This is a New Riff Balboa rye. It's a flippin' rye. Seriously, I hate you, New Riff. I hate you.
Well, we don't know anything about this rye, so do you want to pull out your phone?
Sure.
And see, let's find out what the proof point is.
I
and see
actually
if we
don't
can
want
learn
to pull up my
anything about
phone because I'm so irritated with New Riff.
Good grief. All right, tell me about this New Riff. I can't wait to learn more about their Balboa rye.
I feel like they don't deserve it, but proof 100.
Oh, all right.
Got that.
Got one.
4 years, so at least it wasn't super aged. I mean, 4 years is good, but it wasn't like a 17-year-old or anything like that. 95% Balboa rye, whatever that is. 5 malted rye. It is a full rye, 100% rye. Dang it.
MSRP was $50 in 2019. Well, there you have it. We are out of whiskey, and it's New Riff once again. Just, come on, guys, stop. Please. It's killing us. From wherever we are.
To wherever you are.
Cheers.
Cheers. Thanks, Josh and Lindsey.